Welcome back to ITS 129. Let's talk a little bit about assignment 15, PHP HTML and MySQL. Now, it's not real hard, but it is kind of lengthy. So you need to kind of, pay attention and watch every step, yeah? First of all, I have 4 files in there. And what I'd like you to do is just kind of put them in a place, save them, put them in a place where you can get a hold of them. I'm just putting them on my desktop here. Yeah, all of these desktops here. I'm just going to save it, put it there, and then we're going to be doing stuff with them in a second. Yeah, so that's done. Now, the next thing that you need to do is go to your web server. Make sure, I guess it's on. If you can get here, it's on, right? And you need to create a new database. And I'm just going to call it video store. Yeah, if you already got one, you might consider deleting it or saving it for something else or giving it another name. And the reason why we're using these names is because that's in the scripts that I provided you. Yeah. So I'm going to create, and then I'm going to skip this part. I'm going to go right to the SQL tab. Now, on my desktop, I've saved 4 files. One of them is called Video Store. So I'm just going to go right button, click, and I can open them with Notepad or Notepad++. And all I'm going to do is just going to copy everything because it's a script to create one table and add one record, me. So I'm going to come here again. I'm going to paste that in, and then I'm going to run it. Now, if I refresh it, I have a new table called customer, and in customer, I have one record deal, right? Okay, so we're done with this. Oh, one more thing, sorry. You have to make sure, and I'm going to click on my PHP admin again and click on user account. Make sure that you have a user with a password. Now, for the sake of this, I'm going to recommend that you use my name. So I'm going to put in Dale, capital D, any host, password, all lowercase. Don't do like how I do, password. Okay, I'm giving myself rights, data, structure, and then I'm going to go. Okay. Now, to see that I have access, I'm going to click on my video store. I'm going to click on privileges here, and I see Dale has privileges, so that's good. That's good. That's what we want. Yeah. So we're done with this part for now. Yeah, we're done with this part for now. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize it. And then I'm going to go ahead and close this guy out for a while. Now, these guys, you have to go and rename and put them in a folder. So whenever you install WAMP server, yeah, like WAMP 64, that's the server. When you double click it and open it up, it has a www folder. Okay, it has a www folder. So you have to put these 3 files, not the video store file, these 3 files inside there. Okay, so the way I'm going to recommend is I'm just going to go right button, click, edit with Notepad++ for the HTML main menu. And I'm going to save as. Yeah, same place. I'm just going to save as, and I'm going to take off the HTML little word over there. And the reason why I did that was just to kind of label it so that, you would know what it is. And I'm going to click on this stuff, make sure it's hypertext markup language, and then save it, and it creates Microsoft Explorer icon. And the reason why I have this is because, that's my browser right now. That's my default browser. I have one more HTML file called input. So I'm going to go right button, click, and I'm going to go and edit with Notepad, and I'm going to save as, same thing, file save as, HTML hypertext markup language file, and I'm going to take off the little letters HTML in front of it, right? See that? Save. So now I got 2. one more file. This one over here is a little different. So I'm going to go ahead and right button click here, edit with Notepad++. And I'm going to go ahead and save as. And this one over here, I'm going to save it as a PHP hypertext preprocessor file. Yeah. And I'm going to take off the 3 letters in front of it, the front. Yeah. Like this. And actually it's supposed to be a small I, so I'm going to have to take off the 4 letters and make sure I have a small I over there. Input, yeah. Input, yeah. Then I'm going to save here. And then we're done with that. So again, I have to put in this www folder, I have to put in all 3 files. Input, PHP with small I. There you go. Okay. Okay, now once you've done that, let's go see if it works. And the way that you do that is you, in your browser, right? You just kind of open up another localhost. Yeah, localhost. And this one I'm going to put in main menu.html. Let's go see if it brings it up. So it should look like this, right? Then I'm going to click on the input records button, and it should look like this. That's the input HTML that we did. And I'm going to type in 2, just for the sake of this, you can put in your own name. And in fact, you have to put in your own name. And then I'm going to submit. And it should say customer input successful. Yeah. Now, one more. I'm going to put in a 3. I'm going to put in Sally. And I'm going to go and submit. Okay. Now, let's go see if it worked. So I come back to my database. I come back to video store. I come back to customer. And I should have my 3 records here. And I do. Dale, Bob, and Sally. Okay. So what we just did, what is known as full stack development, where you have an HTML front end, a MySQL database on the back end, and in the middle, that's tying all this stuff together is what is called a PHP file. So your job is to, do screen prints of this to demonstrate that you were actually entering the data, and it actually jumped over to this side. Okay, now don't cheat now. Okay, this is really important. So let's get this to working. Okay, we'll see you the next time.